Greetings guys, hey, a warm welcome to you all. Thank you for being patient, for waiting for these uploads, because I have been extraordinarily busy this last few weeks, and I think for us in the Southern Hemisphere that does tend to happen for a lot of people because we are wandering into our summer, and there's lots that goes on at this time of the year for many different reasons for many people, I'm sure. But anyhow, here I am to dedicate some time to the reading that you are about to listen to, which is Capricorn for December. So this is the very last reading for 2020. I remember when we began way back in January of this year, and I guess for some of us we weren't quite prepared for the immense changes that were coming our way. It's not finished, and I think that's what we need to remember, that as we march into 2021, we are still enshrouded with, our energetic field that we live on Earth is still being really pounded by quite strong planetary alignments, and this is what shapes a lot of the movement as we go forward into the new year. And I think it is still quite feisty, and there is still plenty of change. My belief is also that we are moving into the age of Aquarius, so out of the age of Pisces. So when you get the big galactic changeovers in terms of cosmic astrological changes, like from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius, you really are reshaping the whole of destiny and how we evolve as humanity on the planet, and possibly not just this planet either, I might add. But coming back to Capricorn, guys, be prepared to really rock into 2021. And December is the month that is going to, if you like, light your wick with this and get you ready for the type of feelings and energies and directions you're going to have as you move into it. So just some of the energies for December: we have a solar eclipse in Sagittarius on the 14th of December. And in fact, I'm doing this reading late November, and we have an eclipse on the 30th of November as well. So I'm doing this reading with the November eclipse energy surrounding me, but that's going to take you into the 14th of December energy eclipse as well. And I think this is going to affect Capricorns quite strongly. So just be prepared, guys. On the 15th of December, we have Chiron stationing direct in Aries, bound to be a bit feisty. On the 17th of December, we have Saturn entering Aquarius. On the 19th of December, Jupiter enters Aquarius. On the 20th of December, Mercury enters Capricorn. So after writing all that down, I went fuel. I've got a big word there that says fuel. We also have December the 21st as the winter or summer solstice, and it's the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction. So December is busy. Be prepared to I think face your fears and set the tone for where you want to go for next year. I also did some intuitive work for you, and we got these messages that came through. One of them said, it's time to go. What are you preparing to leave behind? This is a powerful reframe that really is coming from the beginning of the year, so the beginning of 2020. Things you feel didn't work out right from this year are being given another chance or option. So I don't think it's necessarily the same chance or option, and it may be that you are given an opportunity to go in a new direction. It also, I've circled the word fly, and I don't think I mean fly as an aeroplane flight, but I think I mean take wings and fly, feel freedom or change direction or move rapidly. And then I've said abundance can be yours if you are open to it. So don't turn your back on it. But sometimes that means being prepared to look behind doors or in closets to find abundance. So we'll use these 3 decks of cards, although we may use some others as well. I'm sort of free-flowing these readings because I think there's still a lot of energy that's unfolding as the year comes to its end. This is a full tarot deck. It's guided by chakra energies, so it has the color palette through it. This is a Healing Hands oracle deck. And this particular deck is the Soul's Journey. This can be a little bit heavy, but we'll see what cards come out. If I'm not happy about how we receive the messages at the end, I will look at one of these other decks as well. So this is for Capricorn for December 2020. And I even have had a long preamble into this. Some of you may be a bit bored already by now. I just feel there's a lot to be said because there's a lot still going on. There is a lot happening. And the more that we are ready to understand what is happening or where we could be headed, I just think it's forewarned is forearmed. Four of coins, that's your sign, the pentacle signs. You see, he has money, or he has the ability to earn or hold or understand money, but he's a little bit nervous about it. Wow, the 10 of coins is a beautiful pentacle card as well. And the Knight of coins. I love this for you guys. You're the Pentacles energy. You are the earth sign, and you guys are often associated with money, or money comes into your life, or money plays a role one way or another. For 3 pentacles to come out, it talks to me about this fundamental issue that I said to you. Abundance could be yours if you are open to it. Don't turn your back on it. So I think there's a message in here for you, and I felt that when I said you may have to work to get this abundance, or you may have to stretch yourself or open doors that you didn't think you would have to. This was the first card out too, remember. He sometimes feels anxious about money, and this can be associated with career. So some of you may have anxiety around your career opportunities as well at this point in time. He is holding on grimly, like, I don't want to spend it because I don't feel safe or I don't feel secure. So there's something around you that you may be thinking, I'm not sure where this is going. Do I feel comfortable? Do I feel rock solid? Because Capricorns, you do like to feel safe and solid and grounded, and especially around your financial sector as well. This card is often traditionally told, the story of it is that he's like the king counting his money in the parlour. So he does have a bit of money on hand, but he's a little bit miserly with it as well. So sometimes people could come to him and say, you know, could I borrow a little bit of money? I'm hard up. Or charities might knock on your door and you're holding on so tight, you go, nope, I'm not loaning, I'm not giving, I'm holding on because I'm worried. But the message of this is, don't be frugal with other people if they come to you for loans or even advice on money. It's about sharing and caring and being supportive, not just to yourself, but to others around you. There's a possibility here that sometimes money is gifted to you or loaned to you when this card turns up. And it can be through like a family inheritance or a great auntie that gives you some money. But oftentimes it comes with a tie or like a contract over it. So people might loan you money and they might say, I'll give you some money for the deposit on your house, or I'll give you some money for your car, dear, but you need to come and visit me 5 times a week. It's got that kind of background onus to it that some people don't necessarily like. But I also see it's right next to the 10 of coins, which is a very positive, beautiful card in terms of money. And if you see all these riches here in this treasure chest, there's abundance that's overflowing. She's standing in the background, perhaps either not sure of how to get to it, or whether it is hers, or whether it is accessible. Is it coming to her, or is she giving it away? Again, I'm getting the feeling that for some of you, you're giving, or someone wants something from you in terms of money or support or knowledge. But this card is often about families again, and often about grandparents or older people who support you one way or another, and sometimes again can loan you money if you're in the need for it. Over here, some of you may be contemplating purchasing something like a house or a move overseas or a new job or setting up a business or buying a big ticket item, but you haven't quite got all of the money, so you go to or you approach some other family members for support and help. And it feels to me as though whoever you approach, if this is the case, they do have some money that they could loan you. Now, if you are someone that they have honoured or trusted or enjoyed your company, that likelihood is that they will support you and that they could loan you money. But this is not just about loaning money. This is about having a beautiful network of family or friends who are very close and often relatives. But there's this general feeling of support, love, nourishment, and protection. This can be about grandparents or extended family members. This can also be about new children coming into a wide family group already. So maybe new children like grandchildren or great-grandchildren, sometimes blended families coming together as well. But you've got so much positivity here around your money, and money often associated with career, that I feel you've got blossoming potentiality as you move into December and then move into 2021. This one, the Knight of Coins, is a very well considered card in any tarot deck. He is about grounded logicalness and the steady pursuit of one step at a time, moving forward in a positive direction. He's often associated with big corporations, sometimes even governments. So this can be government jobs, or it can be governments who are making changes with things like laws or documentation or even money and areas such as those. This can reference going into jobs with big corporations or moving up the ladder. It can also reference your, if you like, nobility or your credentials in life, and how people can see that you are sensible, you are honest, you are an achiever, you are walking or working toward a goal. So 3 really great cards for you to focus on as you move yourself into 2021, because remember, this is the last reading for this odd old year that we've had. So the chakra areas that we're looking at here are the heart, which can be emotional. It can also be physical heart health, that you may need to just get it checked up, make sure you're doing all the right things in life, put some energy into your physical body and around your heart. But it is also about emotional perspectives in life, which could be emotions attached to money or emotions attached to your career sector. So this is communication. Communication might be a key point in your advancement on your journey of your career or your financial disposition in life, or even to do with government institutions that you might be dealing with. And this one here, the yellow, is the solar plexus, which is through here, which is gaining your strength and gaining dominion and gaining your self-awareness and trusting your gut instinct on situations as well. So you can see there are quite a few different messages that can play through in the cards that arrive, and quite a lot of storytelling can be had with these decks because we incorporate the chakra energy as well. So I'll just pull another maybe 1 or 2 from here, because I think that this is a very talkative reading, and sometimes that becomes a bit much, I understand. This is for Capricorn for December 2020, the last month of this very odd old year, the turning point of where we head. Wow, yes, Temperance is all about balance. This card is also the card of justice in many ways. Traditionally she stands with 1 foot in water and 1 foot on land, and I see the water being poured from these beautiful golden chalices. So this might be about tempering your diet, tempering how you're treating your body, making sure you are balancing your physicality with your emotional needs. It reminds us to bring balance into situations in our life as well. So not just our physical perspective, but this is also a very good card that talks of diet and detoxifying the body, and spending time outdoors quite often, and taking on board things like meditation, getting in touch with your higher self and listening to the messages that come in. This colour here is the border of the sacral chakra and the root chakra. So we're heading back down again to the pentacles area, which is again about our finances, our careers, our home, our soul tribes, how we're feeling there. Are we feeling safe and secure? And that's what the temperance or the balance might be talking about. Reconnecting with yourself and reassessing your aspects of life and your safety and your dominion in many ways as well. So one more from this deck for you. We have got a nice rainbow coming in terms of the chakra colours. Sometimes that can also suggest that each of those chakra areas needs a little bit of attention and some opening up. Okay, so we now have 3 cards that have arrived. 9 of coins, more pentacles and more opulence around pentacles. This is happiness, socializing, gregarity, feeling safe, feeling stable, sometimes hosting parties. Also, it can be a person who you know who is also an earth sign, who supports you as a friend, who you enjoy their company. The 3 of Wands is a great card to get, and it is again about the potentiality of your career. So a lot of these ones here, all pentacles, can be career oriented, and so can this. And this is the expansion of your career and you pondering, where am I headed? What do I want to do? How do I expand? Where do I go? Often this is about moving and moving on, opening up new portals, sometimes new businesses. It can be going global, so if you have started a business or have a business doing something, you could be expanding, and it's often to do with technology, so expansion through the use of technology one way or another. You are definitely planning or thinking about your future in terms of your business or career mode, and that maybe even the Temperance falls into this and is telling you to balance or detoxify or open up or bring back into harmony something in your career sector. One last card, which wasn't really the one that we would want to finish on, considering we've had such an amazing amount of beautiful energy through here. The 3 of Swords talks about a little bit of sadness and sometimes moving away from something that has been unbalanced. So we've got 2 here that remind you to think of and bring balance into situations. The 3 of Swords can be leaving, completely leaving and moving away from a situation that has been tempestuous or sometimes been dishonest one way or another. Sometimes this card can turn up when there has been an affair going on or 3 people have been involved within a close bonded relationship. This card can also be a message to say that if you are wanting to heal a situation within a relationship, whether it be your intimate personal one or whether it is to do with friends and family or community or possibly someone within a working domain or dominion, since we've spent so much time here in the coins energy field, then communication is a must. You must communicate to get this sorted, otherwise you will perhaps leave and move away. Remember the second card that came out or the third one was about communication, and I said it might be an important or powerful part of the aspect of your journey in this month of December, but it's taking you further than that. It's taking you right into 2021. So again, I'm thinking, balance is required, communication is required. There is so much abundance in here, but if you're letting something minor or something distracting take you off the road of abundance, you may well lose the opportunity. You may not even see it coming. You may have your back turned to it. So something to really think upon there for you, Capricorns. You've also got 3 of the yellow chakras, okay? So this is the most important colour that came out for you. I'll put that one in the background because I like it the least. This is what I said before. It's the solar plexus in here. It's regaining strength and power. So if something has depowered you, it's time for you to regain your strength, your charisma, your personality, your determination, your thought processes, your groundedness, and also tune back into your gut strength and listen to what your higher self is telling you or your cosmic helpers in life. Nice reading, and I think some really nice strong messages for you, especially if any of you have been just ho-hum and not really, finding what you're seeking this year, or feeling as though you're missing something, or you haven't, hit the aha button. Books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. I tend to think these cards have a little more broad minded or openness to them than just that particular message. So there could be something for you in learning, going back to learning. Some of you may be picking up, new accreditations. You may find beautiful, powerful information within books about spirituality or regaining personal strength as well, especially if some of you have felt deflated or defeated a little bit over this year of 2020. So don't turn your back on books either. There might be a really nice message in there. Emotional sensitivity, honour and respect your deep sensitivity as it is a gift to us all. And some of you may have been feeling very sensitive this year. It has been a year of intensity in terms of the planet alignments, which has led a lot of us to feel overly sensitive, I guess is a good word, and especially emotionally sensitive. So sometimes that has put us into periods of just wanting to go deep and quiet and not socialize, or to feel a little bit more wounded about situations than we perhaps normally would. So anyhow, they're just saying, just honor and respect it. Everything is as it is meant to be right now, and for whatever reason we're going through certain aspects of life, it is a learning journey and that it is teaching us something. Also remember that nothing ever remains the same. So things always pass on. And I often say to people I know, sometimes my family members, I say, look, this too will pass. Nothing remains the same, especially if you're in a bit of a glitch period. Earth angels, some of you are light workers here who have come to the earth to teach about love. And I really enjoy that card and that message, especially for you guys, because of course you're the earth signs. So I feel you can be very, very connected to earth and to everything that is the honor of earth. So really it's life in itself, and life of all the creatures on earth, as well as looking after Gaia in particular. So some of you may feel an affiliation with that coming on in your life. Some of you may be already well established in the realms of being earth workers or earth angels, and you just may be growing and becoming more aware. Some of you may be even starting businesses with healing capacities and such like as well. Okay, what are we getting from here? The soul's journey for Capricorn. These are quite intense cards. They have mandalas on them, and I think they are really worth focusing on. You can come back to these and look at them at any time. The messages can be very subliminal and they can be at the higher conscious level, but they can open portals of information and insight. So this is for Capricorn for December. Indecision and grief. Two quite powerful juxtapositions of colour. Grief is, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So grief can come at many different levels, and for some of you, you may have experienced a little bit of grief in your life just recently. I live with a couple of Capricorns who I hold very dear, and I know that, well, both of them have actually suffered the loss of something, a dear pet. For one of them more so than the other, and that has been quite hard to handle for all of us actually, because it was a beautiful pet that was in our house and it was a shock, so it was horrible. Indecision, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So we've talked a lot about the intuition, especially with the 3 gut instinct cards that came out. So there's a big strong message here for you guys to really tap into your intuition and begin to feel the power of it. And he came out as well, the communication. Even when we have grief, communication is very important because it can help to work through things and let it move into the past as we help to move ourselves forward. But your inner gut instincts, your knowledge that's coming down from your higher self, connecting with your celestial helpers or the higher realms of yourself is going to be very important as we move into this new realm, this new year. And some of you may be facing periods of indecision, and this could well be around your career or the move that you want to take or the direction you're taking in that area of life. So both of these mandalas can be very powerful if you tune into them. They will help activate portals of energy field that you can access to help give you answers around both of these different energies that may have taken place, or that you may be feeling in the back of your mind a bit of indecision or a bit of grief. And it could even tie in with that card there too, the emotional sensitivity. So let us have a look at one last card for your reading. I'm going to choose the Animal Oracle deck. This is a deck that I do particularly love. So this is for Capricorn. Now, whatever animal comes out, it might pay you to keep an eye on for the month of December and even into January, because these could be little guardian angels or spirit guides for you as well, and they may well be looking after you. Moth Spirit, number 39, Surrender Now. So I will read to you from the book for this, and we will see what it says. And we're back with the red colours too, which is all about the base chakra, which is all about the pentacles and your energy, the earth sign energy as well. Moth Spirit asks, what is guiding you right now? Are you in alignment with spirit, or pursuing something or someone with so much tenacity that it has become a compulsion or addiction? Are you so intoxicated by a potential relationship or opportunity that you can't think straight? Hard work and dedication are virtues, and love, of course, is a beautiful thing. However, when Moth Spirit appears, it is time to consider if you have gone over the edge in a relentless pursuit. Workaholism, overeating, perfectionism, or addiction to certainty, or even to a person, may be your current vice. The form of your addiction does not matter so much as awareness of the consequences of remaining persistent when moderation is needed. Let go of your excessive energy by channeling it in more than one direction. The fire burns hot, and you do not want to be engulfed by your passion to the exclusion of all other pursuits that matter to you. Now is a time for surrender and radical acceptance, so that your drive does not cause you to flee or fight. Spirit wants you to release your need for certainty and control, so that you can relax into a more balanced way of using your Moth Spirit energy. Banish the shoulds and musts, so that you can enjoy what is as you allow for what might be. And there's also a protection message which I will read for you. Moth Spirit can be intense, and honesty about your own compulsive tendencies is needed right now. It is too easy to switch from one addiction to another, distracting yourself from the discomfort of uncertainty and the thoughts and emotions that arise when you aren't single-mindedly pursuing a goal. Moth Spirit calls to you to practice moderation in all things, and recognize when you think you are headed toward the light but are really heading into a fire that will cause burnout. Why are you so resistant to letting up? Could you be avoiding difficult emotions you need to feel and release? Now is a time to do a fearless inventory, so that your addictive tendencies can be toned down and rechanneled into enthusiastic activity and moderation. You are not a machine. Listen to Moth Spirit's message that a change is needed to support your well-being. Maybe deep down you know you have become too attached to something and someone. Let go of your need to control the outcome, and allow yourself to remember the many ways you can channel your energy. In relationships, to work, to giving to others, to self-care, and to all other pursuits you value. And I think if we go back to the card that came out, the Temperance card, which was your only major arcana card, it talks about bringing balance into life. So there must have been quite a strong message in the Temperance that I think I may have swept over a little bit too lightly, but it talks about balance in particular, and it also talks about detoxing. And I remember I said that about bringing in healthy aspects of being outdoors and spending time in meditation and peace and contemplation. Drinking lots of water in particular can also purge out not just toxins, but it can help bring more clarity and insight into your vision and perspective of your mind as well. So given that that was your major arcana card, and then the ending card, the Moth Spirit, is also telling you guys to bring balance in, so that we can find this abundance for you and make sure that we're on the road to the journey of reaping the rewards of the abundance that is around you, rather than turning your back on it and not seeing it because you could be too blindsided or too fixated in a certain direction. And I think that's what the moth spirit was saying, that there are so many different ways to get to the top of a mountain. We might only see one track in front of us, but that will be one of many, many different paths. So Capricorn, if you've felt as though you were being closed in, if you felt claustrophobic, if you felt as though your needs weren't being met, if you felt the doors were closing, you just need to turn around and reevaluate some things and look in a different direction, because I'm really strongly telling you there's a lot of positivity here for you guys. There really, really is. And I think now is a crucial time in the astrological calendar for you guys to ground yourself, focus, make positive pathways forward and positive plans and goals and ambitions for next year. So I wish you all the very, very best as we move into the final month of 2020. Look for your moon and rising signs as well. They can be even more powerfully connected to your hidden messages in life. Thank you for being a subscriber to the channel. Thank you for waiting patiently for these uploads that seem to have taken forever. Much love, everyone. Namaste.